like to call the South Lyon Community Schools Board of Education March 2nd, 2020 meeting to order. Mr. Abate, please call the roll.
Mr. Schwegler?
Here.
Mr. Tell?
Here.
Mr. Clark?
Here.
Mr. Dashner?
Here.
I'm here. Mr. Kennedy?
Here.
And Mrs. Hanshaw?
Here. We have a quorum. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, item 3 is public comments. I don't have any yellow cards, but if anyone would like to speak, you can come up and give me a card after. Okay. Item number 4, approval of agenda. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Support?
Moved by Mr. Dashner, supported by Mr. Abate. Any comments, changes? No? Okay, all in favor of approving the agenda, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Approval of minutes. Can I get a motion to approve the February 3rd, 2020 regular meeting and the February 10th, 2020 special meeting?
So moved. Support.
Moved by Mr. Kennedy, supported by Mr. Clark. Comments, questions? Nope. All right, can I get, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Item 6, recommendation for hire.
We have a vacancy due to a resignation that we received during the school year. We do have a candidate here, Lana Horning. And Lana is a graduate with her Master's of Social Work from Wayne State University. She obtained her Bachelor of Arts in Psychology from Oakland University. Her previous employment, she worked for Oakland Schools as a wraparound facilitator, where she did strength-based approach to facilitating family team meetings. She also worked for New Oakland Family Centers as a senior partial hospitalization therapist, where she provided individual and group therapy to clients, family therapy, and created crisis and treatment plans. She also worked for Michigan Association of School Social Workers as a webmaster and Rochester Community Schools as a school social work intern. Administration would recommend the approval of hiring Ms. Horning effective March 9th, 2020.
So moved.
Support?
Moved by Mr. Clark, supported by Mr. Abate. Questions, comments? Welcome. Thank you. All right, can I get a roll call vote?
Sure. Mrs. Hanshaw?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
I vote yes. Mr. Dashner?
Yes.
Mr. Clark?
Yes.
Mr. Tell?
Yes.
And Mr. Schwegler?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0. Congratulations.
Welcome. Welcome.
Okay, item 7, acceptance of gifts.
Heinz Park 4 donated $1,000 to South Lyon East High School for their robotics team. An anonymous donor donated Life Fitness exercise bikes and an ARC trainer to South Lyon High School athletics. CDMA donated 10,560 2-ounce hand sanitizer bottles. That equates to $10,560 for South Lyon Community School District to utilize as see fits. The food service department received the donations from Applebee's for food services balances, for negative food service balances for Kent Lake Elementary, for Dolson Elementary, and a $200 donation for a designated student. Administration recommends the board accept the gifts in accordance with policy 9350.
So moved.
Support. Moved by Mr. Dashner, supported by Mr. Tell. Questions, comments?
How timely for the hand sanitizer.
Yes.
I like to see what that looks like.
I'd like to thank all of the donations. I mean, it's especially the food donations. It's really nice of the individuals to do that.
All right, all those in favor of approving the gifts, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Item number 8, administration.
Yes, the non-resident schools of choice resolution for 2021 school year. Enclosed in your packet is the non-resident schools of choice resolution for the 2021 school year. This resolution would keep open schools of choice at certain locations in the district for non-resident students in JK through 8th grade and 9th grade only at East. In addition to the resolution, you also have the non-resident schools of choice guidelines and the application, and Diane Beagle, who's our manager of pupil services, is here to answer any questions you have regarding the application process and the guidelines. And the item will be brought back to the March 16th meeting for approval.
Questions, comments?
Thank you.
Okay. You at legislation?
Thank you very much. The only thing I'd like to keep on your radar screen around legislation is the conversation around the Michigan Merit Curriculum. They did have a Senate hearing regarding the Michigan Merit Curriculum requirements. There appears to be some movement because they have to act on the merit curriculum in order to extend the legislative timeline to swap out foreign language for some CTE credits. That's allowing them to think about other things. So you may see legislation that just extends the sunset till 2031 for allowing career tech ed courses to count as part of the foreign language requirement. And you may also see an expansion where they withdraw some of the guidelines around the Michigan Merit Curriculum, particularly in the math area, to have Algebra 2 required and to put more local control around graduation requirements back in. The other piece that's kind of floating through there is that they're worried now about the teacher shortage when they should have been worried the last 5 years. But they are talking about making it an interim teaching certificate for special education. And there are people that are pushing them on both sides of that issue. There are people in the field that recognize the need to have quality people in special education on interim certificates because the demand is so high. And then there are other people in the field that are afraid you're going to dilute the quality of the profession if you allow that. So we're going to track that and watch that as it goes through also.
All right. Board committee reports, legislative?
There was no Government Relations Committee meeting for Oakland schools last month because everybody was in, or numerous of the members were in Washington for the national conference. The next meeting is this Wednesday, which I do plan to attend. I did have a chat with a person in Lansing today. They didn't even really want to talk about the school stuff because they were getting phone calls about the Regional Transit Authority Bill 5550 in the House. So we'll see where that goes and where they end up, but they seem to have their hands full with that issue right now.
Okay. Policy,
We haven't met.
finance?
We were supposed to have a meeting today, it got canceled, there's lack of topics, so nothing to report.
Okay. Facilities planning?
We haven't had a meeting recently.
Okay. And curriculum and communications?
Neither have we, since our last meeting.
It's like calm before the storm.
Indeed.
March is a big month.
March is going to be busy, yes. Other?
So I do have a couple other things just to keep on your radar screen. One is the bond issue work. You've got information packets in front of you that we've been using as we've gone out to talk to PTA and staff meetings. I want to thank Stacy and Ben for going on the road with me and for going individually to different events. We do have some more adult-oriented events the month of March. So on Monday, March 9th, in the evening, we'll be at South Lyon High School in the lecture hall. Open to anybody in the community that wants to come. Wednesday, March 11th, we're going to have lunch with our active adults at the Active Adult Center and talk to them. And then Monday, March 16th in the morning, we're going to have another morning community-wide based meeting here. And also tomorrow evening at 7, we've invited booster presidents and PTO presidents to come in and meet with us to get some background information and see how we can help them get engaged in the campaign. Just so you're aware, coronavirus, we are talking about it internally. Ben's done a nice job of forwarding information to families and to staff members about resources that are available. We'll talk about this more at Cabinet, and we'll get more information from the Michigan Department of Education and for the Center for Disease Control, and we'll follow their guidelines. And then just to let you know, your superintendent search is on track. Posting closes on March 13th. You're getting a lot of attention. I was going to say it would be intergalactic, the kind of attention you're getting. But this is a quality place to be. It's a great place to work, so you're going to have a good pool of candidates.
All right, great.
The meeting, you said tomorrow night, where's that being held at?
7 o'clock here.
Here, okay.
We would love to have you join us at any of those meetings. And we're feeding the active adults, so it's going to be well attended.
Just make sure they use hand sanitizer.
Yeah, well, we will.
10,000 containers.
Reports, South Lyon Education Foundation?
Yeah, the fashion show is sounding like it's shaping up to be very well attended, and it's coming up,
It's Saturday.
yeah, Saturday.
Do we have any models here?
Oh, nice.
One of our models, oh, one over there. Thank you. Should be a fun event. Strategic planning, we have, is this on the website as well, the update on strategic?
We probably presented it to you first, so you could see it, and
Okay.
then we'll get it on the website.
Okay, so we all got an update on that. What was that?
The enclosure is on the website.
It's, yeah, it's in the handout, but it's not a separate tab on the website. Oh, it is already, okay.
Okay.
Right, great. Second opportunity for public comments? Okay, we have one resignation, and our meeting dates are listed. And that brings us to board comments. Randy, would you like to start?
I'm nothing this evening, thank you. Nothing, other than I'm recovering from my illness, so.
Not coronavirus.
Not Corona?
No. Jeez, please. It's been a long haul.
Mr. Kennedy?
I don't have anything either.
Mr. Bagley?
Nothing other than getting to watch a bunch of our community's youth wrestlers compete this past weekend at the My Way Team Duels. And you'll be happy to know the 8 and under and 10 and under teams brought home the first place trophy over Dundee, which is kind of great because they just won their 3rd high school championship in a row as the high school team. And then the 15U team took 4th. So it was pretty
Excellent.
great. Congratulations on your hire, and that's all I got.
Yeah, congrats on the hire. Welcome. Just want to remind, there's a big group here. Just remind everybody that March is a really big month here, and particularly the end of the month. We're going to be screening superintendent candidates and interviewing for hours and hours for a couple of weeks. So we'll have that. We'll be well on our way to selecting the next superintendent by the time the month is up. So big things. Also, if you're with us on this, on the bond, and we hope that you are, we encourage everybody to be talking with neighbors and so forth. If you have questions, please reach out. I'm sure I would be willing to answer any questions. I'm sure my colleagues would. If we can't get you an answer from ourselves, we'll get it from the experts, and it's an important thing. And that's all I have.
Welcome to our new hire, and if anyone is interested, at Thursday, the 7 o'clock boys varsity game, during halftime, they're going to be presenting the girls golf runner-up banner and raising
nice.
it up into the rafters.
Nice.
So it'll be fun and exciting, so if anyone wants to come join for that, that's all I have.
Excellent.
Welcome again. Good to see a full crowd here. Feel free to come anytime. We like seeing people out when we look out there. Winter sports, full swing. I've been able to catch a few basketball games, both boys and girls. Been great watching them, along with a couple hockey games. So it's fun watching the students be successful out on their courts. So that's it.
All right. Welcome, and yes, it is, you guys picked a great meeting. It's nice and short. So.
Sure did. Wow.
We don't have to plan that on purpose, but we do like having you here. And the bond, any help that you guys can offer, we would appreciate as well. And I would like to congratulate the South Lyon Unified Boys Swim and Dive Team. Took their 3rd in a row Lakes Valley Conference champions this weekend. And the Unified Girls Ski Team took 6th place at the state games. So congratulations to them. And with that, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support.
Moved by Mr. Clark, supported by Mr. Tell. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. We are adjourned.
You gotta be kidding me.